Mr. Clive Morris, Mr. Winston.
Hi guys, and welcome to another video. This time it's the final reveal of the Matchbox Wessex. Started it just at the end of last year, I think, or the very beginning of this year. And yeah, it's taken a while to get finished, but it's there. There are several problems with it, which I'll show you, but let's have a look at the model. There it is. Zoom you in a bit so you can see it better. Go the right way, there we go. So, the first noticeable problem is the wheels on the front here. There's only two supports going onto the fuselage, and no matter how much glue and stuff I tried to keep them on there, it just wouldn't stay. So the model's just resting on the bottom, and the wheels are there just for visual effect now, basically. So it's a slight disappointment, but what can you do? As you can see, the windows, if I move the blades around, the window at the side is open. I thought that could be there to add a bit more visual effect in the model, which I think it has done. Also, this rotor on top, if you knock it slightly, it will sort of tilt over to one side, so I'm trying to not touch as much as I can. It also gave you the option to put the tail swung around, which I thought was really good, so I did that because it's completely different to what I've done in the previous builds. Never had a helicopter with a tail swung around like that. So I've got that like that. And in there's no detail in there, but I've left the door open. And I've also put that up there, but the hook's been slightly snapped, so I'll have to fix that after the video. Didn't notice that until just now. Yeah, if you can see that, the wheels are like, see, bowed out. And that's because there's only the two supports keeping them on there, and they just, look, even now you can see it bending, so that's a disappointment. The exhausts, I must admit, I had to take them off because I put them on, forgot to put the decal on before, so I had to take them off, put the decal on, and then put them back on again, so that was a bit of a pain, but you know, it's model making, you're always going to have pains like that. As you can see around the back, it's quite nice. I really do like that. I'm going to see if I can find more models with that sort of feature on them. I know there's a few aircraft ones around, so I'll try to pick one of them up if I see them cheap. Get this at the right angle again, there we go. Like that. There we go, the props, blades, whatever you call them, over again. But I'm generally, well, there's a problem there. Because of the way it's all resting, the rear wheel isn't actually touching the ground, so I think I may have to just chop the bottom bit there, because that's the bit that's causing the problem. Chop that bit off, so the rear wheels actually do touch the ground. So I'll do that as well. Yeah, there were a couple of problems with it, such as where all the fuselage went together required complete filler, and I just lost patience with it in the end and started painting. That's the reason it looks a bit off, but the decals went down alright. You know, it's nothing special, but it does a job. basically. There should have been ones on the tips of the blades, but they curved round, and honestly I thought that it would just look a bit weird if they weren't put on perfectly, so I left them off. I didn't even attempt it. There's not a lot else to say, because honestly inside there's literally what you saw in the update for the cockpit, and that's it. So I'll show you again. Well, there we go. In the cockpit I've dry brushed to get as much detail picked out as I can. There were no instrument decals or whatever, so I just had to do what I could to bring out any detail in there. But overall, honestly, if you see this kit cheap, sort of, I don't know, less than £7, something like that, pick it up. It's going to be a bit of fun. But if you see it much more than that, I wouldn't say it's worth it, to be honest. So try and negotiate down, and if you can't, leave it there. But yeah, I've had a few issues and stuff with it, but I think it's turned out semi-okay. You know, it's not as if it's turned out horrible and all the paintwork's completely batchy. I know some of it is, but you know, something to work on the next build. So I don't know, if you do see it cheap, it's worth a buy, especially if you're very advanced and want to completely detail it to the teeth inside and, you know, get everything perfect. But yeah, I'll give this kit probably a, I don't know, let's say 5 out of 10, because it's not got a lot of detail inside, but it was just a drive building that brought it up. So yeah, there's the model. So on to the next build, I guess. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.